Hi guys, welcome to Big Loz Official, and today is food shop day. Shopping day. So we're going to go shopping around Tesco. This is normally a job for Liz on her own, but I've had to be dragged along today. Just trying to make sure I stay healthy. Usually have bananas with most of my breakfast meals, and obviously we've got to get food for the kids as well. I literally leave food in charge to Liz. She does literally all the shopping, all the meal preps. So we're going to basically follow her today and just annoy her. Just gets funny about being on camera.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm a natural. Is that big enough?
I'm getting intimidated now. The reason why I don't come to Tesco, I just get in the way. Literally doing what I do, just stand around, let Liz do it. What's good about avocados?
They are a good fat. They're quite high in calories, aren't they? I think a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you go to avocado. And then they're like upset it's high in calories.
If you eat too much, too much of anything, you're going to
Well,
put on weight. The wipes are for me more because I'm so clumsy. Something I use before training just to stay hydrated.
yeah.
Where's the broccoli?
I know it's not glamorous, but when you're cooking in bulk and you're eating in bulk, where is the broccoli actually?
Awesome nutrition, particularly if you before squat day. Get them your treat.
This is my treat. So I can have a couple of these. Did you want any rice cakes?
I've got some oat cakes.
Oat
Just got some oat cakes, just really nice basic form of carbs. Usually have some before training, just to give me some energy really before a workout in the afternoon.
They're not nice though, are they? They're like cardboard.
They're just boring, but they're easy enough to eat. No, we haven't been to the meat aisle yet. Try some.
Oh, I had to get some dry white wine because Loz wants me to make him a French onion soup. Ooh. My beaner. You get to, you get through with that squash, don't you?
Mm-hmm. It's easier to get these from here, because they're a little bit cheaper when you buy packs.
Do we need
Yes,
oats?
we do.
Yeah? Which ones? Do you want the Scottish?
Yes, please.
One of the Strongman brothers?
Yeah, looks like Luke on there.
Yeah.
It's the ideal way, ideal first kind of meal of the day, getting some decent carbs inside you. Sometimes I'll cook them, other times I'll kind of blend them into a shake, depending on how I'm feeling and how much time I've got in the morning, to be honest. It's usually quite a lot of 150 to 200 grams of oats first thing in the morning. Can be quite a struggle if you don't have a lot of time to get the food down you. So sometimes I'll just blend it up, blend everything into a shake and drink it on the go.
Quite nice in a shake. It's a heavy drink.
Sometimes, especially if you get it nice and cold, it kind of makes it a lot easier.
Some fruit.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be quite nice.
See what it's like. Coffee and caffeine are vitally important first thing in the morning, especially for me.
Good now. And
When you got in shape last time, they were useful for you.
these were a bit of a godsend for getting like a sweet fix without the calories. Because I do try not to drink any calories.
You kind of on getting back into the gym and getting in shape again.
I plan on getting into shape again. If I could do it without the gym, that would be clever, wouldn't it?
Am I mean to you?
Yeah, but it's fine. You get it back, don't you?
Yeah. I think I take a lot more than I give out.
I'm a rare type though, because I can be really good on the diet and I hate training, whereas most people then enjoy the physical stuff and then
Yeah, I'm the other way around.
struggle
I'd
with
rather
the diet.
train hard and eat all the foods I want to eat.
I don't care about food so much.
So for me, it's important getting like 6,000 calories a day. I'm not one of the biggest eaters in Strongman. You know, some of the guys are up around 10,000 calories, and I've just, I managed to maintain a body weight of about 160 kilos right now, eating around 5,000 to 7,000 calories a day. When I go really strict on my diet and keep the food really, really clean, I can get leaner. But in the past, I found just dropping that body weight at my height, if I get kind of leaner, I'll drop down to about 130, 135 kilos. And just right now, it's too light to compete against the top guys. So I try and make sure I'm getting lots of quality food in each day. And then if I need extra calories, or I want extra calories, sometimes it's just topped up on whatever I want to eat. I don't go mega strict, but I do always try and make sure that I get the quality food in first. So as a super heavyweight, you don't have that restriction of body weight. And it's just, for me, hydration and quality food with each meal. So we're going to go down, kind of get some decent carbs with rice and got the oats in the morning, potatoes, that kind of thing, pastas. And then we'll go down the meat aisle, get my proteins. Got some veggies, we've got some at home anyway, haven't we, in the fridge and stuff. And then Liz you do the prep for me, get meals ready so I can just get them out, eat them, and then focus on other things that I've got to do that day, obviously, in training.
Yeah, get one of those. Yeah. And we've got tons of soy sauce because it was Chinese New Year. Everything was on half price, so I stocked up.
You won't be able to manage that.
No, it will end up on the floor. I had a fight with one of those bags the other day.
Rice. I just prefer basmati rice to brown rice. Brown rice is just a nightmare to cook and takes forever. Doesn't taste as nice. Basmati rice, nutritional wise, it's just as good and tastes a lot nicer. Right, we're getting into the good aisles now.
Exciting aisles.
Yeah.
Should we just get
Turmeric's just good for one of the kind of kebab meals that I make. One of the few things that I actually make myself.
It's like it's expensive cuts. What we need to do is make friends with a butcher, don't we? Because we spend so much money on probably overpriced steaks. I've got a few meals planned for you. Nearly 4 kilos of chicken.
Chicken and mince, I guess, are my main kind of source of meats, really. I have steaks as like more of a treat, but most of my basic meals are just either chicken or mince. Sausage and bacon, not particularly the best thing if you're trying to get in great shape, but it's fine if you're just putting on size and you want to be a tank.
How was your black pudding this time? Very upset last time, weren't you?
Yeah, promised me a fry up and we didn't have any black pudding.
I'll never get...
No point lying to you guys, it's just something I enjoy.
We didn't do it. We didn't do it.
Got some hummus. And 2 of these, please. Like a bit of hummus.
Yeah, like a weekend Mediterranean kind of platter. Yummy. Sorry?
Had hummus in Langlands as well.
Yeah. So, I have a tub of cottage cheese before bed. Just good slow release protein. Get caught on my way. So most kind of forms of protein are quite fast acting, and before bed you want something a little bit slower so you get that trickle of amino acids into your body to help you recover and help you grow. So cottage cheese is perfect before bed. I actually used to hate cottage cheese, and I've just kind of forced myself to eat it, and I've kind of grown to almost like it now. So yeah, that's my before bed treat. Oh, halloumi. Who's the halloumi for?
My son Lewis.
How old is Lewis?
Lewis is 8
Yeah.
and he's absolutely
He's obsessed with halloumi.
Yeah, he likes his cheese, and right now he really likes halloumi. You get some normal cheese. I'm going to go for the demi counter.
You want me to get some normal cheese?
Yeah. Okay, so we've done the food shop already. Spent a bit of money, haven't we?
We have.
We generally do maybe 2 food shops a week. It works out on average about 2 big shops a week, doesn't it? And then we're always running out of milk, so just little bits and bobs that we have to pick up extra. But also, I mean, we've got a fair sized fridge freezer, but because we meal prep all of the lunch boxes, like, we can't get everything we need stored all in one go, so we do have to shop quite frequently. But thankfully I work for Tesco, so we get 10% off.
Normally you'll prep like 5 days worth of meals for me, won't you? 4 to 5 days worth.
Depending on how much space I've got, but that can be quite a lot of meals, can't it?
Yeah.
But obviously I don't want to be spending hours in the kitchen every single day because we have a baby.
Okay guys, we've just kind of separated my food from the rest of the family's food. As you can see, it's quite an obscene amount, to be honest. I don't really realise how much I eat sometimes until you see it put out like this. Obviously we've got proteins, chicken, beef, steaks. There's some eggs hiding in there, down there somewhere. We've got things like bacon and sausages, other things as well. I don't want to kind of fool people and say I eat like, you know, a bodybuilder 100% of the time, because I don't. You know, I'll have pasta meals with chicken, and we'll use like dolmio stirring sauces. It's trying to make things a bit more flavoursome so that I can get enough food in. For me, the main purpose is function and energy, really, to be able to perform and make sure that my energy levels are high for my training sessions, and then rebuild, making sure that the muscles are growing and I'm getting stronger. Right now I'm trying to eat enough food to stay the weight I am. I'm trying not to increase, I don't want to decrease. Just slowly trying to get slightly leaner. I can really tidy up my diet and drop body weight fairly quickly. I've done it before a few times, and it's a good challenge to do. But for me right now, I'm just trying to enjoy more of my food, because food becomes a bit of a job as a strongman. You're just trying to get enough calories in to give you the energy to be, firstly, big enough, and secondly, making sure your energy levels are high enough and you're recovering quick enough. So we've got the proteins, carbohydrates, pastas, oats, rice, a few other bits of Weetabix. Sometimes if I've had enough of kind of eating oats in the mornings, I'll go for Weetabix instead. Lots of fluid. Before training and during training, I have a lot of like glucosided sports. Something for me, I've suffered with a lot of dehydration kind of factors. There's been a few reasons why, but before training I'll try and make sure I'm drinking those, and during training as well. There's lots of orange juice, apple juice down there, lots and lots of water. I also bought some hydration tablets somewhere. They're kind of hidden under there. So I'll use those during a workout. Sometimes I'll drink one during the day as well, just if I'm feeling a little bit dehydrated. We got onions and cheese. Liz is making me some soup, so French onion soup. I'm a bit of a weirdo. I love my soup, so sometimes just as a treat, it'll make me something nice. But you're gonna make a load of meals up for me with this. Do you want to tell people what you're gonna do?
Oh, I haven't decided yet. So we've got
I'll get out your way.
chicken. There's about 4 kilos worth of chicken breast there, and I usually make you a curry or something like that with those, don't I? Or like butter chicken, or I do try and keep it quite simple, just for my own sanity, because I have to cook so much food. Oh yeah, because I have to cook so much food. If I overcomplicate it, then I'll just be in the kitchen all day. Steaks are always a good one. Strongmen like their steaks. You like the best cuts of steak as well, don't you? So it's always a fillet.
Yeah, normally I'd have that with rice. I actually really enjoy eating rice. I mean, sometimes we'll have potatoes, other times I'll have chips with it, or something like in the oven chips.
Your favourite though is medium rare fillet steak over rice, bit of soy sauce, steak sliced on top, don't you?
It's
you
good.
Like that,
Yeah.
But if there are any butchers watching and they want to get in touch with me,
Liz would be forever grateful.
I would be forever grateful. With the mincemeat, I'll usually make you some chilies, because that's always good, and
So
nice
these
and
all
easy
kind of
for me.
kebab things.
But also, yeah, his like Persian kebabs, which is just minced beef, onion, some turmeric, salt, pepper, that kind of thing. What else? I'm blank. There's sausages, bacon, and black pudding for his weekend fry up.
We got green veg in there somewhere. There's something you're gonna make a salad for me, just like a nice basic salad with onions, tomato, cucumber, chopped up finely, bit of olive oil and lemon juice, a little bit of salt and pepper, and it's just a nice thing to add to meals. Gives it a bit of a crunch and just gets a bit more decent food in. Some milk at the back if you're looking to add weight. I mean, for a lot of people, so many people say, "Oh, I really struggle to eat enough." If you really genuinely, I mean, there's a lot of people that say they eat and they really don't. But if you genuinely aren't putting weight on and you feel like you're eating as much as you can, then try and liquefy your kind of food. So just drinking calories can get more inside you, and milk's a great one for that. Be careful if you don't want to kind of add too much body fat. In fact, you've got to be a bit careful with milk and stuff. But if you're looking to bulk, you need to eat. If you're looking to get strong, you need to eat. And you're looking to get bigger, you need to eat. I mean,
people focus a lot on supplements, but we do try and focus on food initially, don't we?
I focus a lot more on food than I do supplements. Supplements are great and should be used on top of food.
To supplement food.
But not, well, on top of food, not to,
It, by nature it's a supplement.
It is. People kind of replace food with supplements, and that's the wrong thing. You should be having it on top of all the food. But yeah, it's just, you know, people always say, "Oh, what's the best exercise to get abs?" If you want abs, you need to make sure your diet is better and reduce the body fat. If you want to get bigger and stronger, you've got to eat more. Exercise-wise, you do the similar kinds of things. So we got cottage cheese. I tend to have that just before bed. Really good source of protein for before bed. Slow release. Make sure you're trickling amino acids into your body through the night. Bananas, tend to have them first thing in the morning or during or before a workout. Plenty of potassium in there. Really good source of food. What else have we got? A bit of beef jerky. Sometimes good if you're just hungry and need a snack. Black pudding because I like it. It's not good for you, but hey ho. And just a stupid amount of food. Like I said, if you're looking to get bigger and stronger, you need to make sure you're eating. Obviously, training is important, but what you put in your body is important to make sure you can perform in the gym, give you those energy levels, and then focus on the recovery afterwards. Staying hydrated, you know, as well as the juices and the glucosides. I try and drink 6 litres of water a day, sometimes more than that, particularly during hotter weather, or if I've got really tough training sessions, or if I'm getting very close to a competition. A few days before, I try and really make sure my body's kind of loaded up with as much water as possible, and during a competition as well. Constantly just sipping. Try not to kind of have a huge amount in one go. Just make sure you've got a bottle with you and just constantly getting fluid inside you. Eating regularly, 6 meals. If you're not growing on 6 meals, eat 7 meals. If you're not growing on 7 meals, eat 8 meals. Food is so important, and it's a factor that so many people overlook. Everyone will always ask, what's your training like? What supplements do you take? But they don't ask enough about what kind of food you're eating and how much food you're eating. I see young kids coming up to me, "Oh, I'm not growing." And I'll say, "Well, what's your diet like?" I say, "Oh, I wake up in the morning, have like a bowl of shreddies, and then I don't have anything till lunchtime, and I'll have like a jack of potato and maybe a McDonald's for dinner." So you're not going to grow on that. You're not going to grow quality muscle and be able to perform and be strong and recover. You need to get good quality food in you. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to fool people and say, "Oh yeah, I eat perfect," because I don't. But I do get a lot of quality food in with my diet, and that enables me to grow, it enables me to recover from training and then perform in my training sessions. Okay guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. A little bit different, focusing on the kind of food that we're buying and I'm consuming. Before you ask, we will be doing a video on my actual meals. I'm going to bring Liz back, get her in the kitchen and showing you the exact meals that she'll make for me, and we'll have a day of me actually following me around eating my meals. Might be interesting for some of you, might be boring as hell, we'll see. But it's something I know when I was kind of working my way up, it's something that's interesting, and like I said earlier, that the nutrition side of things is sometimes overlooked. It's an area that's really, really important. I think it's more important than actual training. Everyone wants to know what's the best training program. Training wise, there isn't a best training program. There's lots of things that work, and it's finding what works for you. But nutrition, without that, you're not going to grow, you're not going to get bigger, you're not going to get stronger. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like, share and subscribe. And if you have any comments at all, comment below and I'll try and get back to you.